Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, as you can tell from the title, we're going to be editing our iPhone home screens. This is using iOS 14, so if you haven't already gone ahead and downloaded iOS 14, you're going to have to do that first. So that is definitely the first step in this whole process. I'm going to be screen recording and putting it here. There's a bunch of these videos all over the internet right now. Very popular thing to edit your home screens with the widgets and all that new stuff that you can do. I haven't fully watched anyone else's tutorials, so I'm sure there's things that I don't know how to do that you guys are going to be able to learn. But pretty much what I did for my home screen is all gonna be in here. So this is what my home screen looks like. I will probably change this a million times until I find a style that I like for a while. So I'm still messing around with it, but I thought I would show you the basics, and then from there you guys can kind of make it your own because everyone's home screen and desires are going to be a little bit different. So let's just get right into what you guys have to do and what you need to edit your home screen. So before we begin, like I said, step number one, you need iOS 14 in order to do this. If you haven't downloaded it, the tutorial stops here. You have to download it first and then come back to this. Second thing that you can do is actually remove any unwanted apps. So they're not going to actually delete off your phone unless you want to delete them. You can click delete app and it will completely delete the app, or you can just move it off of your home screen. So I'm just going to show you really quickly how to do that here. Okay, so go to a page where there's an app that you don't like or you don't want to use anymore. So I'm just going to pick an app. So let's just do the Amazon app. And I'm going to click remove app. So I just pressed and held down on the app icon, and then it says move to app library or delete app. So if you click delete app, it's actually going to physically delete the app off your phone. You would have to re-download it if you want it. I'm just going to click move to Apple library. So it's moved, it's gone, it's not there anymore. So two ways that you can find your apps if you need to. You can actually just slide down and type it in. So I would type in Amazon, and the Amazon app is right in the top corner. Or you can just slide all the way over and it will have the app library there, and then you can just see that Amazon is in the recently added one. And it's also, you can just type it in at the top. You can type in Amazon and it will pop up. So that's just a quick how to remove any apps you don't want to be on your home screen. So that's step number one, super simple. So you're gonna go ahead and do that to any apps that you don't use every day, and they will all be in there. You can just search for them if you actually need them or wanna use them. So that's gonna clear up a lot of room on your home screens and kind of give it a cleaner feel already. So the next step is going to be to download some apps to use in order to edit your home screen. So we just got rid of some apps. Now we're going to actually download a few so that we can edit it and make it look cute. So the apps you'll need to download is Widgetsmith. That I feel like is the most popular. There are some other widget apps you can get as well, but personally I liked the Widgetsmith app and what it could do. It can't do like a crazy amount of stuff, but it definitely does more than what the other ones do. So download Widgetsmith. If you're going to be changing what the icons on your home screen look like, then you're going to want to download Canva. You can use Pinterest or just Google if you want to get like a cool background or any images to make it aesthetically pleasing. So I already had Pinterest. I use it often, so I have that as well. So if you want to download that, I highly recommend. You're going to get some cool images off of there. And you should already have shortcuts in your phone. If you've deleted it for some reason, you're going to have to just re-download it, but I'm pretty sure everyone's iPhone should have shortcuts in there. And before we go any further, I just want to do a little disclaimer. So when you're on your home screen and you want to make the icons look cute and all match and all that stuff, when you actually go to open something, it's gonna open shortcuts first. So I'm just gonna click on settings, and you can see that shortcuts quickly pops up and then takes me directly to the shortcut that I was looking for. So I clicked on settings and it took me to settings. But if that is something that's gonna bother you, then I don't recommend changing your icons with shortcuts. But for me, honestly, I thought it would bother me, but it doesn't. And I've only had this a few days and I'm already getting used to it. Something else I will mention as well is if you do decide to change what the icons look like, you won't get notifications pop up above what the images are. So for me, in the bottom 4, I still have like my main icons, and whatever they come with is what I kept. Whereas for the other ones, for phone, camera, photos, FaceTime, all that, I don't feel like I need notifications on for that, so I was able to change them and that doesn't bother me. Just so you know, it will not notify you if you change your messages app to like a little message icon. If that doesn't bother you, then you can go ahead and change all of them, but I'm just gonna keep those ones regular for now. So with that being said, if those things don't bother you and you want to move forward with changing what the look of the actual icons look like, we're going to do that in a few steps. But first, you guys have to download those apps that I mentioned, and you're going to pick a background that you like. So go ahead and choose a background that you want for your iPhone, obviously, for your home screen. I wouldn't recommend having a photo of people's faces or anything because it's just going to be really covered up with the widgets. I would do a blank screen, and you can add photos in afterwards. So you can have multiple photos on different screens and stuff like that. So I'll show you guys how to do that as well. Okay, so here's where the fun begins. Once you've downloaded Widgetsmith, you're just gonna go ahead and open it up. So my Widgetsmith is obviously gonna look a little bit different than yours because you don't have any widgets created just yet. So as you just go into the widgets, you can see that there is small widgets, medium widgets, and large widgets. I don't actually use any large widgets at the moment, but I like the medium ones, which is like the longer ones that I have at the top of my screen, or there's the small widgets as well. So we're gonna go ahead and just create a widget really quickly to see how you do it and kind of like the steps of what you do. So you would go ahead and you click on add small widget. So we're just gonna go for small for this time. And just click on it there, and it's gonna say the default widget. That's fine. Just click on the actual widget itself, and you can scroll through and see how you have a bunch of different options. So you have time, date, custom, calendar, reminders, whether you do have to unlock, so you'd have to pay for that. And I personally didn't pay for it because I feel like it's new and I don't want to invest in something until I know I'm going to actually use it, or if another app comes out and provides that for me, then I'm not gonna want it. So activity, which is a super popular one, and then moon phases, sunrise, sunset, all that stuff. So we're just gonna go and let's pick the month and date option. So I'm just in dates and I'm gonna choose September 22nd. And then I'm going to click on fonts. So in here you can change what the font looks like, obviously. So I like the New York font. I like white, and background color. I was using the cream, but I find that it's a little washed out with my background. But for now, we're just gonna go with it. So I just click that, and then the widget's done. I'm just gonna click back where it says small number, probably 1 for you guys. Mine says number 5, so I'm gonna hit back, and then it's gonna show me what it looks like, and I'm just gonna click save. So you've saved it, but it's not on your home screen yet. So what you're gonna do now is you're just gonna click your home screen, and you want everything to get into like jiggly mode. And at the top, you're gonna hit the plus sign, and you wanna go to whatever page you want this widget to be on. I'm just on my main page because all my other ones aren't really that cute right now. So I'm just gonna hit the plus. I'm gonna type in Widgetsmith, or I just started typing widget and it came up. And then it says small. So click add widget. And it added a different widget that I already had, not the one I just created. So I'm just gonna click done. And then I'm gonna press and hold on the actual widget, and I'm gonna click edit widget. And in there I can go and it says reminders. I don't want it to be my reminders. I want it to be small number 5, which is the one we just created. So now it says September 22nd in the font that I wanted, and the color and everything like that. So that would be how you can add your widgets. And you can do the same thing for the medium size, the large size, and all that. So different sizes have different customizations. So the medium ones have some other things that you can do, and then the large ones as well. It gets a little bit more limited depending on which widget you choose. So say you want to change the widget color or edit the widget or whatever. You're just gonna go back to Widgetsmith, click on your widget, and you're just gonna go back in how you did before, and you're gonna edit it. So say I just wanted it to be the day and I want the background color to be pink instead. I just click on those, I save it, and then it actually updates it on my home screen instead of me having to re-add the new widget. I just edited the colors because I was keeping it all the same pretty much. I just wanted the color to change. So that's how you kind of customize your widgets. So I'm actually just gonna go ahead and delete that because I don't want that there. So you just press and hold and click remove widget. Super simple. And they stay in your widgets unless you go into Widgetsmith and remove it. So if I decide I want that one back, I can go ahead and grab it and it will still be there. So that was a lot. I definitely recommend just like pausing, going through it. And once you get the hang of it, you're gonna be super quick with it. You're gonna be whizzing through all the Widgetsmith options. The next thing is going to be going on to Canva. So on Canva, you can create the images that will be in the icons for like phone, camera, photos, etc. So for myself personally, I just wanted the icons. You can use photos off of Pinterest or Google or wherever you want to grab them from and make them the icons as well. I personally just like it to be pretty much the icon of what it looked like on the iPhone, but in the color tones that I want. Again, you would have to have Canva on your phone, so make sure you have that. And my other apps, like I said, are not pretty right now. I only did my main screen because that's obviously what I use the most, but I've been playing around with it a little bit. So we're just gonna go to Canva and I'm just going to do, it doesn't matter what size, so I just click Instagram post, blank. And we're going to, let's say we're going to edit the messages. So we just want it to be a little message icon. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to go to illustrations, and at the top you can just type in what you want it to be. So I would do like a speech bubble. And you can play around with these. When you type in speech bubble, if nothing comes up that you really love, you can change it. You can type in messages and see what comes up, all that stuff. But I'm just doing this as an example, so I'm just gonna pick one. So I like this one. And now in order to match the colors of my background, this is a little bit extra, you don't have to do this, but I like to. I'm gonna hit the plus sign again and I'm gonna go to images and I'm going to add my background that I have and I'm going to color swatch from there. So I just have my icon and then my background colors. So I'm gonna click on the icon and I'm just gonna click the dropper and I'm gonna go through and kind of pick a color that I like. So let's say I want to do that color. Then I'm going to just click on the image, delete the image because we don't want that. And then we're just gonna have the icon. So you can go ahead and zoom in on the icon. You can make it a little bigger, a little smaller. And once you have it how you want it, you just save it to your phone. And that's literally all you have to do to create the icon itself. Obviously, it's not on the app just yet. I'm gonna show you how to do that in a minute. But something else you can do in Canva as well is you can actually put fonts onto your images. So I made the quote that says, "Get it done." So what I did was I took an image off of Pinterest and it's just my background, my screen background. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab that and import it into my background and I just made it really big. So there I have it. I like how that looks. Now I'm going to just hit plus again and I'm going to go to text. And it gives you a bunch of options that are free to use. You can go ahead and like choose one of those or you can create your own, whatever you want. You can add quotes, you can add Bible verses, you can add literally anything you want it to say. So I'm just going to pick one. Okay, so I picked one there. I just tap on it and then it pops up. Oops, I did two. So I just picked the one there and now it says something on my screen. And so you can just go ahead, go into it and you can type whatever you want. So I'm just going to type, "You are amazing." And then you can change your colors. You can do whatever you'd like. So I'm just taking the dropper again and I'm choosing one of the colors from my background, but obviously a darker color so that it stands out in my image. And I want the font to be a bit smaller because I'm gonna add it into a widget. There you go. Like I said, you can add whatever you want. I just did something random quickly. So from there, you can go ahead and save that as well. And I'm gonna show you how to add that as a widget on its own. So now we have our icon and we have an image that just says, "You are amazing." And this is where you can also add images. So you could add an image of you and your friends. You could add an image of your dog, your cat. So next we're just gonna go back to Widgetsmith because you guys already know how to use that. We're gonna add a medium widget or large, whatever size you want, but I'm gonna add a medium one. And this is where we're gonna add that image we just created. You click on photo. At the bottom it will say selected photo. and you click choose photo. It's going to be the most recent one. So I just have the You Are Amazing. I'm going to choose that photo. So I have that there, that's what I want, and then I'm going to go click back and click save. So now I'm going to add that to my home screen. So first I'm just going to remove this widget for now because it's the same idea, and then I'm going to press and hold and I'm going to add a widget. So I'm going to go to Widgetsmith, go to the medium one because that's what we want, and then I'm just going to pick the widget that we just created, and I'm going to place it in its spot wherever I want it on my screen and click done. So there you have it. There's how you kind of like make a little quote or background item that you think would look cute with your screen. And I just used the background that I already had. You can use different backgrounds. You can use pictures of your friends, of your family, all that. So you can kind of play around with that and customize it. So now we're going to use the icon that we created in Canva, the little message icon that I have already created, and we're going to add it to our messages. So first thing we want to do is go to shortcuts. Okay, so once you're in shortcuts, you just want to click on the plus and you're going to click add action, and you're just going to type at the top open, and it's going to come up with open app. So you click on open app and then it's going to say choose. So this is really important because you have to make sure it's open app and then you're choosing the app that you want to open. So I'm going to do open app and then I'm going to choose, and I'm going to choose messages because that's the icon that we want. And then from there's the 3 dots at the top right underneath next. I'm going to click on those and I'm going to put messages as the title. And then I'm going to add to home screen. And I'm also going to write again, I'm going to title it messages. And I'm going to press and hold on the little icon that's green in this case. You're going to press and hold on it and you're going to go choose photo. And I'm going to insert the image that we just created. You can make it smaller, bigger, however size, whatever size you want to make it, you can go ahead and do that. So choose, and then I'm going to click add and click done, and done again. So now when I go to my home screen, there's the messages icon there. So I could go ahead, press and edit home screen, and I can just drag that anywhere that I would want it to be. So if I wanted it to be here, it's going to bump out my other widget, which is fine. But you can have it wherever you'd like. So I could move this messages out and put this one here. And then I would put this one in my other folder. But for now, I just tossed it away. But you can see how on my messages, I had 2 notifications, whereas on this message icon that I created, I have no notifications. I would have to go into that messages and then see my notifications from there. So that's something that I was mentioning before would be something you would have to keep in mind. But that is how you create different icons and how you move them into place. You can also do this with the smaller one, like I had mentioned, and you can add a photo of you and your friends or something like that. But I could add it onto the screen there and I would have a photo of me with whoever I would want, or whatever photo you would want there. So you can, again, take pictures off Pinterest, add them to different screens, or like have different quotes on different pages. I haven't edited my whole screen or like overall phone yet because I think I'm going to edit my colors a little bit still. But I believe that is everything for how to kind of customize your screen. Like I said, you're gonna go ahead and go through and kind of figure things out on your own and customize it to how you like. So if you want to keep the regular icons, then using Canva is not going to be relevant for you, and using shortcuts won't be relevant either. But definitely using Widgetsmith is going to be the key to all of that. You can also add the other widgets that are already available on the iPhone, but I personally don't love the look of them. You can pretty much get everything that you can get off your iPhone widgets through Widgetsmith that you want to see. So like dates, calendar, to-do lists, your activity, all that you can get through Widgetsmith. But this is totally customizable and up to you guys how you want to customize your own screens. So I hope this gave you a little bit of a tutorial on how to do this. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up, and I would love to see you guys' screens and what you create, and you can kind of take it your own direction, like I said. But yeah, that is everything. So I hope you have an amazing day, week, month, or year. I love you, and remember to always be nice to people. Bye.